Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be all about Freshers Week and what you can expect. It was results day yesterday, so I know a lot of you would have found out what universities you're going to and have probably started thinking about Freshers Week and university in general. So I thought today I would just do a bit of a chatty video. I've got a cup of tea, just talking about, I think I've got 10 things written down of what you can expect during Freshers Week. Okay, so these are in no particular order, but the first thing I've got that you can expect is lots of flyers. I don't know how it works at every university, but usually during Freshers Week, all societies are flyering. They're trying to get their events out there, trying to get all their socials and just showing you what they're about. So our hill up to the main area of our campus is usually filled with people trying to shove flyers in your hands. But yeah, you've just kind of got to embrace it, grab as many as you can, read them, read what different societies are about, because honestly trying to turn down a super keen committee member is more hassle than it's worth. So take all the flyers and hopefully there might be something that you want to join. The next thing is lots of new Facebook friends and friends in general. But I say Facebook friends because you're going to constantly be meeting new people and being like, oh, I'll add you on Facebook, or people on nights out. Just random people you'll bump into, and as a fresher you'll become Facebook friends, and then you probably won't talk to them for the whole year. Obviously in freshers you meet a lot of actual friends as well, but along with that is a lot of just random Facebook friends that you won't even remember how you know them in a year's time. I think alongside lots of flyers you also get a lot of free stuff in Freshers Week, which is great. Obviously embrace the free stuff. At the Freshers Fair there's usually loads of free things going on. I won a £20 Wagamama's voucher in my Freshers Fair, which is really good, but we also had like people from Nando's giving out stuff. Domino's usually give away free pizzas. Honestly, there's so much going on, usually at the Freshers Fair, where you just get bombarded with free things. The next thing I've got written down is crappy meals and interesting kitchen experiences. I think going to university, a lot of people have had no experience cooking, have not been in the kitchen, have had their parents make them dinner every night and just gain the independence, and they're not really sure what to do with it food-wise. A lot of people do go and they're quite competent at cooking, but a lot of people aren't, so you'll definitely see some interesting things, I think, in your kitchen, especially if you're in a big shared flat. You know, be prepared to stop someone from putting a metal spoon in the microwave or putting a tea towel on an open flame, etc. There's definitely also always some sort of weird food combinations going on. People use up what they have and they try and put together these meals that just look sometimes quite horrendous, and you'll also have like the typical student thing of eating out of pans. I remember the first time I met my housemates, I walked into the kitchen and like people were sat around the table eating out of saucepans, and for me that was like crazy. So I remember messaging my friends being like, yeah, I've got the student experience, like we're gonna eat out of saucepans. So yeah, just prepare for some interesting kitchen experiences. Freshers Flu is definitely something you can also expect from Freshers Week. You're going to get it. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing during that week, how many vitamins you're taking, and if you're getting enough night's sleep, you will get Freshers Flu. It is completely unavoidable, and I'd love to say that it's just during Freshers Week, but it's pretty much for the whole of first year, at least the first term. If I go back now and listen to lectures that were recorded from first term of uni, all you can hear is people coughing. Somehow everyone just gets ill. And yeah, you've just got to kind of embrace that as well. Take some paracetamol with you, take Lemsip, look after your housemates when they get ill, because then hopefully they'll look after you. But yeah, definitely expect Freshers Flu. You can also expect, normally, this was definitely the case for my university, but a fire alarm during Freshers Week or the first few weeks of uni. This was not fun. It was at I think 7 AM. I think some universities do it even earlier, just to kind of get you out and show you how the fire alarm works and what you're meant to do in those situations. But you can't even prepare yourself for it. It's not fun. Everyone's huddled outside, usually in their pajamas, and you just kind of have to wait there for 20 minutes and then it's over. For me, the whole of the time I was in halls, we had a weekly fire alarm, but we didn't have to go outside for it. It was just kind of like to test the fire alarm. But yeah, the practice one in the first week was definitely not fun. Drinking games are another thing you can expect from Freshers Week. They just happen all the time. Wherever you are, people suggest a drinking game, and I would say completely take part in these, even if you don't enjoy drinking but you're fine with being around other people that are drinking. get yourself a pint of water or something and just join in, because it's such a good way to get to know people. Obviously all sorts of questions are asked, and I think it's just a really nice bonding activity, along with all the fun stuff that you can expect in Freshers Week, like free things. You can also expect maybe some homesickness. It's a big change from what, well, at least for what I was used to. It's very different. You're away from home, however far that might be, and you're with strangers, so there is a big chance that you will miss home and like the little comforts that you have there. But I think it's one of those things that once you push past, you know, the first couple of weeks, you're fine, you embrace uni life, and by, you know, 2-3 weeks in, you've usually got like quite a secure friendship group, so you've got other people to chat to and you don't sort of notice the difference as much. The final thing you can expect in Freshers Week is a slightly more boring one, and that is introduction lectures. I think I went to uni at least expecting Freshers Week to be all about, woo, I'm going out, like meeting people, but there were actual parts of uni during that week as well, for my course at least. They weren't long, they were literally like a couple of hours, I think maybe twice during the week, but they pretty much just introduce you to your course and your tutor and things like that, so they're definitely worth going to. They're not that bad, and usually there's not that many of them during the week. So those are a few things that you can expect during Freshers Week. I'm sure there are hundreds more that I haven't written down. If you're, you know, not a fresher anymore and you've been through that, write some things in the comments below that I've forgotten. And if you're going to be a fresher in September, I wish you the best of luck. I am so jealous of you. Yeah, I hope you have the best time, and I hope it gave you some sort of idea of what to expect. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.